Okay, shalawam. Okay, first off, I want to say all praises to Yahawashi, Yahawashi. Double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS, and to the elect out there doing the work in sincerity and in truth. I want to say shalawam. Now, as you can see in the title, this is occult symbols in DC. All right, now I showed you a few pictures. I'll go into it, but yeah, pretty much, America is Babylon, man. Okay, and there's signs all over. All right, so the first picture I'm gonna speak on is this is the Capitol building, okay, this is an aerial view of the Capitol building, and it resembles what, an owl. All right, now an owl is what an occult symbol, man. Right, they have that giant owl over there in the Bohemian Grove where they sacrifice children to. Now this isn't all by accident, man. This is purposely done. Okay, so the next picture here is what sits on top of the Capitol building is the goddess Isis, man. Okay, now they want to call it Lady Libertas, but really that's Isis, man. All right, what they do is they dress these pagans in different attire, but really it goes back to the original god or goddess. Just like this one, this is supposed to be Nimrod, but Nimrod is dressed in Roman attire, and is dressed like the Roman god of war, Mars. Okay, this is right in front of the Capitol building. What you see here is a Washington Monument, which is nothing more but a giant male sexual organ, man. A giant erect penis. And the height of it is, the width is 55.5 feet on each side, which equals 666 inches on each side. Okay. And the height of it is 555.5 feet, which is 6,666 inches tall. So that's not by accident, man. All this was purposely done because America, the people that run America, are satanic, and they are the ancient Chaldeans all over again, man. Now, this is a building in DC. It's what is it? It's a Masonic temple, right? It's called the Supreme Council of the Scottish Rite, Masonic temple, right there in DC. Okay, right there in DC. Now, as you can see, how the architecture is very similar to buildings in ancient Rome. This is a building in Rome. Okay, this is another building. I believe this is Greece. Okay, but those same pillars, that architecture is all over America. That's why we say America is modern day Rome. This is the White House. What does it have? Those same Roman pillars, man. Okay. You have here the Jefferson Memorial. Okay. Just like it says, a Pantheon, right? Okay. That's why we say, and it's not over there, the Vatican. That's why we say America is Babylon, because it includes all these ancient satanic practices, man. All right, and it continues in that. This is the second bank of the United States, and these are buildings in DC, like you see here, the Supreme Court building, but these are all over America, man. You see buildings like this all over America, which makes America Babylon, which makes America ancient Rome. Here you have George Washington, and he's dressed like what, a Roman emperor. Now he has one hand up and one hand down. What does that go to? Which means as above, so below. Which you see here, Baphomet on the left, and you see Zeus over there on the right. They're doing the same pose. Okay. Now, why would they have your president dressed up or resembling a damn demon, man? Here you see, this is the Washington Masonic Memorial over there in Alexandria, Virginia, and you see that giant G right there, the square, the Masonic square, which that building ain't nothing but a phallus symbol as well. Okay, now here you have the pagan goddess of justice. Now you can see this all over. In any court you go to, you'll see this statue in front of it, or you'll see this engraved on the building, whether it's in front of the building, inside the building. Okay, you'll see this image here. Now, this image is DC. All right. Now, if you connect certain points or certain monuments, like the Washington Monument, you connect the White House. If you do like what's that shit? Like connect the dots. Okay, on certain monuments in certain places in DC, you'll get this. You'll get that pentagram, which at the bottom of the pentagram is the White House. Okay, so this is without a shadow of a doubt that the founding fathers, or whatever you want to call them, the ones that established themselves, the Edomites that established America, established it or based it on Satanism. Okay, or else how else could you explain the cultic symbols all over DC? And not only I'm singling out DC, but I guarantee you there's plenty of other cities in America that have these same symbols, man. Like for instance, the town that I live in, if you go, there's in front of the courthouse, there's a goddess, Nike goddess statue, a big fucking statue of the goddess Nike, which is the goddess of victory. Okay, so anywhere you go, whatever town you live in, if you go downtown to the municipal building, the courthouse, they have all these things there. They have all this symbolism there, man. I'm just pointing out DC, but this is throughout all the U.S., showing you that America as a whole, America, the country of America, or the corporation of America, is spiritually Sodom, spiritually Egypt, all right? And all these ancient kingdoms in one, man. I mean, there's no doubt this is ancient Rome as well. All right, so that's pretty much the pictures. I just want to close on this scripture, Isaiah 47 chapter. I mean, I could read. I'm going to just read this verse right here. And it reads, Isaiah 47:12. It says, "Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth." Right, because the foundation of America is Satanism. Okay, is the occult. All right, I believe in Massachusetts, you have in Salem, Massachusetts, you have the head of the Church of Satan over there in Salem, Massachusetts, man. So this the way this country was established was on Satanism, man. All right, and the founding and showing you that what the founding fathers were into the occult. All right, so it says, "Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail, which the Most High is being facetious, or funny, rhetorical. Can't say certain words, you know. The Most High is being funny, man. Basically, all the sorceries, all that witchcraft, you know, all those ancient warlocks that these the elites pray to, they're not going to be able to deliver them. They're not going to have the answer. Okay, because the end game is the nation of Israel being delivered out of their captivity. That's the end game. That's what's going to happen, man. Okay, that's the movie. Like, we already know that the end of this movie is already played out. The end of this movie is already the ending of this movie is already figured out. The nation of Israel being delivered and America being destroyed. So I'll read this one more verse 13. It says, "Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee," which they're not going to be able to do that, man. All right, these deities that Esau prays to, they're not going to have any answers for them. Why? Because the deities, these demons that they pray to, they answer to somebody, and the person they answer to is the Most High. And I'll just finish it off with this last verse. It says, "Behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm it, nor a fire to sit before it." Okay? So what's that ultimate fire that's going to judge the nation of Esau or the Idumeans? Is that thermonuclear fire, which it seems like each week, man, we're getting closer. You had Putin just prepare the people over there for war, man. He told his people, yo, get ready for World War III. And Netanyahu is backing up America, saying, yeah, we're ready for World War III. So, hey, man, this thing is it's reaching its boiling point, man. Okay, and Apostle Tahar through the Spirit, he said pretty much the elect is already sealed. The next thing that has to do is that chip has to be pushed, and World War III has to be popped off, which we're at the brink of that. Okay, so that's the time we're in, man. These are the times we're in. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much a show showing you how not only DC, but how all these cities or towns or wherever you're at in America, the foundation of America is Satanism. Okay, which America is AKA Babylon, AKA the ancient Romans, AKA ancient Egypt. Okay, and in Babylon you had what? You had the Chaldeans, which were the ancient witches and warlocks, which are here today. All right, so that's pretty much the show. Until the next show, shalawam.